Welcome back to Last Minute FPL Weekly Podcast. Today we'll be talking about the latest press conference news, as well as we'll be talking about the Game Week 2 preview, and in that we'll be talking about United and the City assets. They didn't play the first game week, but they are back for the Game Week 2. And we'll be talking about our captain picks, and ending it with the gambles of the week. So yeah, let's begin. So the most important press conference news is Rodrigo won't be starting this weekend for Leeds, and Bamford is currently he will be playing again and starting as the main striker for Leeds. And
That's good for the 3,47,000 managers who transferred him in this week.
yeah, exactly. He's such a cheap option, 5.6 now. So yeah. Uh, as well as you all know that Martinez has transferred to Aston Villa. So the manager has said that he'll be starting as the main keeper at 4.5. So you have another option at 4.5 range, that is Martinez, and he's a good keeper, I think. And another news from Burnley is that Goodmanson, their main creative player, is out for this game week. He was injured in the Carabao Cup, so he won't be playing this game. And now comes the Pep news. Like you all know that Pep has something in his mind always, and he has said that Mahrez is available, and even Phil Foden, after the controversy, Phil Foden is all well and mostly he'll play. But Aguero is training alone. He has said that Aguero hasn't trained with the group, so he has been training alone. So most probably he won't be starting this game week. And Laporte is out, and Ake is most probably making his debut. And for Southampton, Redmond is out. He was injured in the game week 1, and Armstrong can be a part of the game week 2. He's working on his fitness currently. And now the big news is Thiago has signed for Liverpool. So that's bad as a United fan, but it's okay. And another news is that Lampard has said Werner is fit. So everyone transferring out Werner like he's the most transferred out currently. So Werner is fit and he'll be playing against Liverpool. And but Pulisic, Chilwell, Ziyech, and Thiago Silva are not ready yet. So Bruce, what do you think about the Chelsea Liverpool game? Like, where can we get the FPL points from that game? Should we stick with Salah?
I think for this fixture, it's going to be a game of goals. We know that Liverpool has been conceding in the last 5 to 6 games. They've conceded in almost all the games, including preseason games. Chelsea's defense has been up and down. They've not been very good. And in terms of Chelsea's keeper, it's been a nightmare, not just in terms of FPL, but in terms for the club too. They are looking for a signing again, to sign a new keeper. So I think there are going to be goals in this game. Mohamed Salah is somebody who has eyes on goal only. He's a selfish player. In terms of FPL, that's very good. Every FPL manager wants that, who gets a player who is always taking shots at goal, who's always involved in goal. So I think Salah can be a good pick because of the Chelsea defense, the way they are struggling, and in terms of Thiago Silva not starting. In terms of Liverpool's high line, Liverpool like to play with the high line, and Timo Werner's pace is electric. He has punished teams in the Bundesliga with those who play a high line against him. So I think Werner also might get some goals, keeping in mind Liverpool have been conceding. So maybe Werner, Salah, and Reece James also is a good option to attack from that side. But you have to keep in mind that they might concede some goals. So I'll go with Werner and Salah.
What do you think about Havertz? Will he play in that? Will he play nice in that game?
He could play, he could not. It's too early to judge Havertz at the moment. But I don't think in terms of FPL we should take him so early. We should give him some time, think about it, see how he performs, and then go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even I think that.
considering Havertz, I think we do have to be a bit patient with him. He's a young lad and he's coming from a new league, a different league. So we just have to wait and let him get his game running, and I'm sure he'll definitely outperform any tops. He has the potential to outperform any other stars. So
Yeah. So let's come to the United news. So Ole says that Luke Shaw and Paul Pogba are available, but we don't know yet they will be starting or not. But he has said that Van de Beek is likely to start. So most probably he'll be starting, and Greenwood is part of the group after the controversy. So we have a United fan here, Storia. He's a die-hard United fan. So he'll take us forward with this news.
Yeah. So considering we all know that Pogba had the coronavirus a few weeks back, Oli did mention he is quick to return, but considering it's the first game and you don't want to take your chances regarding fitness wise and like how dynamic Van der Beek is, I think he will go for Van der Beek to start, given his press conference points. And the first game for United against Crystal Palace, I think Crystal Palace are down with injuries and they have many setbacks to work on. And I think Bruno, if you're looking for someone in FPL terms wise, I think Bruno Fernandes, definitely the penalty taker, assist maker, goal provider, he is doing it all for United. And against Crystal Palace last time, Martial and Rashford did play well. Rashford, not quite sure the way he ended his season, as well as he had an ankle injury just about last week, which is why he didn't feature in England squad. Martial was on fire for France, and Bruno he played really well for Portugal. So I think these two should be strong picks. I would go further to say you can even captain Martial, given his red hot form. I think he has been superb. So
Yeah,
you can either go for Bruno or Martial for your captain as well.
yeah. So Bruce, I'll ask you here, if you had to choose one, Martial or Bruno, who would you go for?
I'll go for Bruno Fernandes because the plus point here is that he's on penalties. He has this vision that people used to say Mesut Ozil has. He looks for spaces. He can find those spaces. He's a sniper. He takes shots from wherever he gets spaces. You've seen that in the Nations League. He took more than 5 shots in one single game against Croatia, and all were on target. So I'll go with Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah. But I think that Martial is going to be the top scorer for United in this season. And for that reason, I think Martial is cheaper as well. He's priced at 9 million and Bruno is for 10.5. So it's easy to get in Martial in your team. For Bruno, I have to find some funds. I have to take out some Salah or Oba
Yeah.
to get in Bruno or KDB or a Sterling. So yeah. So that's why I think Martial is a better buy because you can use that 1.5 million somewhere else.
Yes. When it comes to Martial, we've seen that last season how strongly he ended the season right from the restart till the very to the end, like till Sevilla. He he gave like 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 performances week in week out. So we can expect him to continue with that same form in this season. And you can say Oli has completely transformed Martial. And yeah, I think he's a really good buy at 9. And we have Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba fit from the beginning of this season. So considering United's attack, there's going to be goals and just many goals. So let's hope he continues staying fit. And I'm 100% sure he has the potential to touch 25 goals this season. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah.
And at
So
5.0 million, we've got Luke Shaw, who might probably start. He's in my team. I took him at game week 1. I kept him on the bench. And I'm hopeful, I have my fingers crossed that he starts because when he starts, he's electric. On the left hand side, he's electric. And I don't think Brandon Williams has the ability to match Luke Shaw at least.
Yes, Luke Shaw he's much better going forward. So I think he might be even able to provide assists while keeping a clean sheet. So that's something to watch out for at 5.0. He's a really good pick.
and he's in less than 2% teams also, I guess. So he's a great differential to have in your team. So let's talk about the City assets. They have a tough fixture, I guess, Wolves. So Wolves is a tough side to crack, but they have Sterling, KDB, and Aguero. I don't think he'll start, but they have Jesus who will start. So Bruce, what do you think about the City assets?
I think it's too early to go for the City assets, at least for me, because Wolves did a double last season. They beat them twice, 2-0 at 2-0 away and 3-2 at home. So I think it's going for City assets. And when you have Aubameyang, when you have the likes of Salah in the same game week that have better fixtures and are in form, Aubameyang has clearly the better fixture, and Salah He's in top form. So I think going for City assets this week is maybe not.
Yeah.
So an interesting stat that you guys would like to know in FPL terms would be Sterling has outperformed points wise KDB against the lower, like against the teams which are not in the top six, and has given far better returns in away fixtures than KDB has. So that's something that you can look into. And he also scored twice the last time they played Wolves. So Sterling at 11.5 could be a good pick because he gives you goals when he plays. But if you're going for a more long-term approach, you would like to go for KDB.
Yeah, I think at the same price, KDB is more of a season keeper, but Sterling is the one that is explosive. Like if you keep him a captain for a game week that he performs, he can get you 20 weeks in a game week, 20 points in a game week. So I think Sterling is the one to go if you want someone explosive and a differential, but KDB is the long-term safe buy.
Yep, that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah. So yeah, let's talk about the captain picks of game week 2 for us. So Bruce, who are you captaining in this game week, and do you have some differential captain in mind for us?
For this week, at the moment, I've got Aubameyang for one big reason. West Ham have been very, very, very bad on the right-hand side. Frederick was tortured by Jamal Lewis and by Alan Saint-Maximin last fixture. And from the left-hand side alone, West Ham conceded 10 shots. And that's the same side that Aubameyang plays against Fredericks. And he's got somebody good behind him too, Kieran Tierney. So I think Aubameyang in terms of the form as well as fixture. If you want to go for a differential, I think Jamie Vardy is a good pick. Burnley are tired. They played yesterday. They played in the EFL Cup, I guess, yesterday. And I think Leicester have played 26 against Burnley at home. And from that, they've lost only 6. So that's a big thing. And Vardy is in form. Also, he has high potential in terms of taking penalties too, and he rarely misses a penalty, Jamie Vardy. So I think the differential pick is Jamie Vardy.
Yeah, and who is your captain pick, Storya?
So for captain, I will go with Martial. The simple reason being, like, I really believe in his form, and I'm sure he might get a goal or two easily against Palace. So seeing the past games, we do see like United have managed to break down Palace easily. So I think they will be goals.
But Palace beat United at home.
Oh, that was a very unfortunate.
Season.
We missed a penalty. I guess Rashford missed a penalty or 2 penalties. Not sure.
Yes, but with the addition of Bruno Fernandes, I don't think Crystal Palace has enough to beat them.
Yes, considering the injuries they have right now, I think you can go for a United captain. So that's a big plus this week.
100%.
So my captain pick would be either Auba or Bruno Martial, because I have not decided yet who to get inside my team. So for Bruno, I have to take a -4, and for Martial, I can do it on a free transfer. So but most probably I will go with a Manchester United player because I want them to score, and they will score, I know. So yeah, I'll go for them. But for a differential captain, I think Calvert-Lewin is also a great option because he's playing against West Brom, and you have seen the match in the game week 1 how they played. So I think Calvert-Lewin can be a great option with James Rodriguez, Allen providing balls to him, and even Dokore. So I think Calvert-Lewin can be a great differential option. So yeah, let's talk about a new segment. So we'll be talking about our gamble of the week. So Bruce, who is your gamble of the week for game week 2?
For me, if you ask me only one player, it's going to be Richarlison. If you give me another option, I think it's going to be Luke Shaw.
Okay. And
I would go with Harrison or Sterling, because Sterling has very little ownership right now. Like the last time I checked, it was about 4.3%. So Harrison was really impressive against Liverpool, the way he cut past Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think he did score once, and he was very dynamic on the left-hand side. So I do have some expectations from him. And they are playing against Fulham, so they will give them spaces. So
Yes. So for me, my gamble of the week is Sterling actually as well, because he has less than 5% ownership currently, and Sterling against Wolves, I know it can be a tough nut to crack, but he often scores in the first game week of the season, but he did not play in the first game week, so this is the first game week for him. And if another one I can think of is Lacazette. So we didn't know that Lacazette would be starting the first game week, but he did and he played well. And as Bruce said that against West Ham, Newcastle like got 10 shots on target. So Lacazette could be the one with Oba to score goals as well. So I think Lacazette is also a great option for a gamble this game week. So yeah, let's end our show with this, and we hope that you like it and do like, share, and subscribe with your friends as well.